Today I just wanted to take you through some of the trades. This is the mini Dow 3-minute chart, Scalpers gold, and we had our open right here, and we wait a few minutes before we take any trades to get the open out of the way. And our first trade came in here, and that was a long signal there at 11,159. Okay, and if we're just holding, obviously, moved up to, got a high there of 11,191. So, you had about 20 points in there, but we wait because we want to catch one that's going to run. And if we don't, then we'll keep our stop, small relative to our winners. So here we got long. We ended up stopping at 11,134 for a loss of 25 points. So it wasn't a good start to the day. But we know that with a system, it's just a matter of taking the trades and letting the system, if it's a good system with a positive expectancy. And we had our, let's see, here was a short at 11,186. Okay, it hit 186 here, but if you look at the trend here, the trend was still blue, so we pass on short trades when the trend is still blue, means long. So we passed on that, so that was a good pass there. Then our next long came in here at 11,217. Trend was yellow to blue, so that's fine. Okay to take a long trade. And that went all the way, got a high there on that move of 11,293. And you say, well, you're crazy, why didn't you take money off the table there? Well, you can, but I'll show you why in a little bit. Anyway, so we got back 20 points on that trade from the entry at 217 to the stop, which was at 252. I'm sorry, 251. You probably could have put your stop at 249 to get below 250. Is a big, area of natural support in the YM. Okay, so we're minus 25, plus 20. Okay, so we get another signal here. It's a short. Okay, but we look at our trend. Our trend is blue, which means we're only taking long trades. So we ignore that. And we come here, and we got a long signal here at 11,239. Okay to go long, the trend is with us. And came up, and we got our stop came in here, 11,293. Actually, here, this is one thing I wanted to point out. Let me expand this a little bit. The long at 11,239, okay? So 11,339 would be 100 points on the move, okay? We came up here to 11,344 was the high of this initial move here. So at 339, we'd have 100 points on this move, and we'd have about 90 points net. For the first trade we had plus 25. I'm sorry, the first trade was minus 25. The second trade was plus 20, so we were net minus 5 at that point. Then we hit this trade for 100 points. We could take 100 points out, and so we'd have about 95 points on the day. So anytime you get 100 points, our rule is if you get 100 points on one trade or cumulative during the day, it's okay to stop trading. That's per contract. So that's a pretty nice total. So you had the opportunity to take out 100 points on this trade and end the day with about 95 points. Okay, if you decided you just wanted to wait for the stop and you can continue to trade, you got your stop here at 11,293, and you see it came down and stopped you out there, and that went for 54 points. Okay. Now, if you had, now you could have also gone short at 293. Reason being is the trend was yellow to red. Okay, we don't take more than about a 30-point stop. That's our emergency stop. So here and here you would have stopped for a minus 30. Okay, and then we're coming along. Now you get a long signal at 362. Trend was long. Okay, it's okay to take. Obviously that didn't pay. Okay, another emergency stop had to come into play, so another minus 30 there. Okay, so we just gave back, 60 points on 2 trades. So you say, oh, this thing doesn't work, or you're upset during the day. Forget about it. Because if it's a system with a positive expectancy, it's a numbers game. And here we had next one was a short at 11,303 this here. Okay, that was short, and that came all the way down to 245. Yeah, you could have taken that. What if you waited until the stop? 11,292 is your stop. So you made about 11 points there from entry to stop. Okay, now that 11,292 was also a stop and reverse to the long side because the trend was yellow and then blue. So you take the long, reverse to the long side at 11,292, and look where this went. I'm going to move this over. Okay, the scalper line, from the time you entered the trade, the scalper line was blue the whole time. That means you stay in the trade until you got 2 red dots. Well, those 2 red dots, this was after the close. The final stop was 11,446. But if you exited, just exited at the close, it was actually the same as the stop, 11,446. So that trade went for 154 points on that one single trade. Okay, so you see, you hit 2 30-point losers in a row. Those are our biggest stops. You hit 2 of them in a row, and you think, yeah. But you got to take the next trade, and you see why. From 11,292, there was a lot of resistance in here. If you look at charts with pivots and Fibonacci and everything, it was all in here. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter. That's why we use this to manage our trades. You don't see any pivots on here or Fibonacci or anything, because the whole key to the game is not taking targets. The whole key to the game is, as long as the thing says to keep holding the trade, keep holding the trade, because that's the key to trading. That's the golden rule. Cut your losses short and let your winners run. And you can see our winners were bigger than our losers. Even our biggest losers are about 30 points. But if your winners can be 150 points, like there was a prior trade there, we could have taken another 95, or I'm sorry, 100 points on that one trade prior to this. Like I said, you take 100 points during the day per contract. That's pretty good. But even if you kept trading, you ran into a small drawdown on the 2 30-point losers, but then you take the next trade, and for the next couple trades, we had an 11-point winner, and then we hit the long at 292, and we've got 154 points on this trade and for the day. All right, that's it.